Hi, Ming and Yitzi and Authority Magazine. I just want to start by saying thank you. Thank you for this beautiful opportunity to be highlighted in a story in a series of powerful women. And so most of the answers have all been done and sent to you in writing. But our infamous, amazing Carrie said I could do a video around one of the last few questions. And I've taken this very seriously because, for one, I'd like to say thank you for doing this. I've also found that percolating over these questions has caused me to really reflect on a lot of things. For one, would never have put myself out there thinking that, powerful women and a woman as to be. I always assume and think that's other people. So I think that's really important because as I answered some of your questions, I think it's really important to also know that how we show up to the world is how we are a mirror reflection to how we are and how we treat ourselves and how we treat the world. So you'll find that all of these questions got to my heart, some of which I answered and flipped it on its head. So most importantly, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to be in this, and to Authority Magazine, to Ariana Huffington, to all of the magazines that are going to be promoting this, because the most important thing, before I answer the 5 most important things or character traits of powerful women, which is what I'm getting to, I want to say that I think by you doing this is exactly what this world needs, and it's also what's been missing. We portray people, women, men, anybody, doesn't matter your gender, your race, your age. We portray people out there in the media that create the stigmas of what we assume attached to the labels. So what do I mean is, I don't believe that powerful women are always looked at as these hostile people and create hostile environments for those around us, as I answered many of these questions, as you know. So I do love that you're doing this because I think it's important to shine the spotlight and highlight people that are doing it a very different way. So, I broke all the rules. I'm blessed and honored to say I'm a messenger of hope, inspiration, and joy, not because it's been an easy path for me. I shared some of my deepest dark stories a few years ago and realized that when we reveal, we heal. We also help so many thousands and millions of others to have hope when you feel you're all alone. So to me, a powerful woman, what is that? What are the 5 most important character traits? Well, there's many traits, so I'm going to give you more than 5, and you can decide how you want to put them together. But the first one that comes to mind is poise. I believe poise is an underrated word. Poise is power at its best. When you think about the people that have poise, they have a calm strength about them that also has a touch of grace. To me, poise is power. So poise is the number 1 character trait. It's not about walking out there and having to demean others and having to use our egos to make others feel less of themselves. It's about being so comfortable in our skin that what we bring the world is a light that helps light up others. So poise. That takes me to the second one, which is truly verve. I love the word verve because I love the opportunity to say, when you're powerful, in the best way, you're enthusiastic about life, you're a magnet and you are a shining light in this world that people are attracted to, not repelled by. To me, the stigma of powerful can be repelled by and making others feel uncomfortable. That's not what this is. When you're truly comfortable in your skin and you have verve, you attract people into your space because you bring energy, light, love, and you are a magnet of enthusiasm. So notice I'm using a lot of words, but that was number 2, if you want to call it that. The other one I'm going to say is tenacity. I love tenacity. Years and years ago, someone said, you're like tenacity, your fortitude, and your perseverance all wrapped up in one. And I thought, wow, I never realized it, that nothing stops me. As you know, my story of becoming a cruise director was being that little girl in third grade, overweight and shy, that would watch Love Boat and Fantasy Island and dreamed of being Julie. And fast forward, I'm in college thinking I'm going to be an attorney because that's what the world thought I should be. And I didn't. I didn't want it. I didn't like it. And I quit pre-law to finish a degree and then begin to travel the world. And my story, if you'd like to know more about how I made that happen, everyone told me it wouldn't happen. Everyone said to get my head out of the clouds. Even travel agents, professors, everybody I met with basically told me you'll never be a cruise director and gave me all the reasons. So through my tenacious way of going through the back of travel magazines, writing down the names of 40 magazines, and then calling them, and then not lying on my resume because I was getting my minor in French. I sent hot pink cover letters, hot pink resumes, and I mailed them to 19 cruise ships. And lo and behold, I had 2 phone calls, both speaking French, and I was hired and on my way to be Julie. So my mantra is, tell me no, watch me go. It started then, and nobody can stop me from going after the things I really want. And trust me, I know what it's like to have everything taken away from me and to think I may not live tomorrow. But tenacious, fortuitous, and persevering. That's kind of number 3, but actually it's 3 things in one. So do what you want with that one. 4, unstoppable. People use the word fearless. What's fearless? We all are human. We have fear, right? We have little ounces of fear that creep up. It's kind of the little chatter between our head, in our head, between our ears, that mental chatter that we tell ourselves, but unstoppable. I think powerful women are unstoppable because in face of the adversity, they don't get bitter, they get better. I do believe that. And I believe that about myself and every other human being out there that chooses to see this article and chooses to empower themselves to be powerful for the right reasons. So that's number 4. And number 5, for me, power is having faith in yourself. I am very spiritual and my faith has grown and it's changed. But faith in yourself, that to me is more than self-confidence. It's not ego-driven. It's soul-driven. It's self-esteem, self-confidence, but having faith in yourself that you can stand for what you stand for and stop apologizing for anything and own who you are and be proud of it. So I wrap that all up and say, thank you for this article. Take what you want from this. I'm an open book. I'd love to talk to you too. And I would also say that the best quality of powerful women is they have the uncanny ability to always be letting their light shine, not dimming their light so others can shine, but rather letting our light shine to such a high level that it helps brighten the lives and shining the light on everyone else around us. So people feel better in our presence and not worse. Thank you for that. And the other question you asked, if I could meet anybody and have a moment in time, there's 2 people I would put out there. First would be Marlo Thomas, because when I was in 4th grade, going into 5th grade, actually I'll say 5th grade, again, the very shy, overweight girl, there was a teacher in my life that gave me a book called Free to Be Me. And I took that book and I got to take it home and I read it and it changed Holly for the rest of her life. It gave me permission to be free. And not only did I face lots of hurdles and challenges, which I did over the years, but I always went back to that little book in my hands by Marlo Thomas, Free to Be Me. And I love me. And I can say that at my ripe age now, I love me. So I'd love to meet her and thank her. And I also know she's very active in St. Jude. And I have, my oldest son was diagnosed with a very rare form of cancer at a young age. And that brings me to why I'd like to thank her for that in St. Jude, because he is a survivor and a thriver. And then the other person would be Deepak Chopra. Deepak and I've listened to his voice my whole life. I love what he brings to the world. He also brings to the world. He and I were both nominated as top global thought leaders. And I'd love the opportunity to meet him and thank him for the spiritual gifts he brings the world. So thank you all my love and appreciation and gratitude for this opportunity. Bye.